It's from the past. It's from the future. It's AT-43. So what we got? Who are we playing?
Oh, we've got the Therians.
Therians.
A small selection of Therians.
A small selection of Therians.
We just
3,000 points worth.
We've not built any lists or anything.
No, we're just doing it to learn, aren't we? Really?
Yeah, we just grab some stuff and it's close enough.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Against the UNA.
The UNA.
United Forces. What is it? United Nations of Ava.
Of Ava, they're patriots, all of them.
Yeah.
So they are.
Which is the planet that we're on.
It is, isn't it? Is that where we're on? We're on Ava now, are we?
Say yes.
Yeah, because last time we played, we were on a Therian planet, weren't we? We were on the other side, weren't we? On the other side. So what have you got?
I've got a Baal Golgoth, which is huge.
Which is big.
A Hecate Golgoth, which arrived today in the post, so I'm excited about that. 3 Wraith Golgoths. Look at them all packed.
He's downplaying them. He's downplaying their abilities.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Therian gamers.
6 Assault Golems, which is sort of ranged standard dudes. Bane Goliaths, which are anti-tank unit.
Don't like them.
Stone Golems, which is just your chaff, but there's 9 of them. With a sonic gun, 3 sonic guns in this team. And 6 Stone Golems with 1 sonic gun. And again, 6 Stone Golems with 1 sonic gun. Because at the moment, that's all I've got.
Yeah, it's literally everything's gone on the table. I think there'll be more though. I do.
Can we talk for this one?
Oh yeah, go on then. Because he knows what these actually are.
So you've got 3 steel tack arms, which are sort of guys in armoured suits that look really tasty.
You do.
You've got 3 jam tack arms, which have got missile launchers. These guys have got lasers, they've got missile launchers. You've got a unit of 3 fire toads, which are pretty cool.
Some of the coolest models,
They
I
are
think.
really nice. You've got 9 steel troopers with two missile launchers. You've got 6 wing troopers, and you have 1 missile launcher in there. They're like jump troops.
Jump troops.
You've got a defender snake, which I believe is this one with the missile launchers. 2 medium missile launchers. You've got a defender snake Cobra M8, which is a medium missile launcher with a medium laser cannon. And you have a fire crawler, which is scary because of how many points it costs. But besides that, it's got 2 heavy grazers.
It's yes.
Which do 17 points of penetration. Wow.
So they should, yes.
Disgusting.
Should
2
disgusting.
points of damage. So that messes face.
I think they fire 3 times a turn each as well, don't
Oh
they?
god, it's disgusting. Yeah, they do.
Phil.
Shock troopers, you have 6 of those with a flamer. Which sounds horrible. So
Sounds horrible.
We haven't seen what that does.
They're my 1 close combat unit essentially, so we'll see what they do. Brilliant. So we're ready. So because we're just learning, we're not going to do the system where you put the cards in order and have to kind of take which one you uncover first. We're just going to go at it, maybe alternate move the units we choose, just while we're learning to play the game. So we've done a couple of the intro games, haven't we? So now is the time to play with an army. I'm a bit frightened. So many models, we can hardly get them on the battlefield. It's going to be brilliant because it means we can't overdo the tactics. It's just going to be a brilliant gun fest. We're certainly going to learn the rules very quickly playing like this. Really, we've almost mirrored. We've just we're one of us put a big thing. We've just put big things.
It's a small table for
Absolutely,
a reason.
absolutely.
Just because we can get some
So we
carnage.
can get loads of nasty shootings in. Yes, marvelous, great stuff. So, who should we roll off to see who goes first?
We shall.
What do I get? What do I get? I get not very much. I get 4.
I go 4.
Oh, do it again, do it again, do it again.
2.
I get a
3.
3. Whee. Go on. Now what did we do last time? We'll come back after the end of the first turn. We've got the end of the first turn. I don't know how many turns we'll get, but we're learning lots nonetheless. So the huge, look at that massive thing. It crawled across, it scuttled across, and then my really big fire walker toad thing opens up with its massive guns. And it did take a couple of other things. It took the jam tack arms to help it, but it took it down short order. And then
3 things.
3 things, didn't it? Absolutely. And then you tried to drag it down, but actually kept getting propulsion and stuff like that, and didn't really hit its chassis very much. It's only taken 3 wounds to the chassis. I think it's only got another turn to survive though, but took a lot of fire into it. But
It's hard to kill.
it is hard to kill. Oh, battery ran out onto the phone. That's all right. That's not a problem, is it? So yeah, so we killed the really big thing with the really big thing, but it took 2 other things with lasers to kill, concentrated fire. But your whole flank put fire into the big firewalker here, and it's still going. Did take out one of my Jamtech arms though.
Wow.
Yeah. And then on your left, my right,
I've got battered.
Yeah, your Golgoths came forwards and did a bit of damage to my infantry.
This has got no laser.
No lasers.
This has got no weapons and it's disabled. We don't know if that means it's destroyed or not yet.
But it can't move and it can't shoot.
Pointless. It's
a piece of terrain currently.
Yeah.
And that was actually these 2 here. So I'm thinking our anti-armour stuff's pretty good.
It's pretty cool.
Because missile launchers are great because they do multiple damage.
These are squishy because at the moment we're not using the leadership points. So
That's
none
right.
of my subroutines are working for
Yes, in an advanced game you'd probably be able to then junk that and make something else out of it.
Potentially.
You know.
If I had 2 of them I could make one of these.
That would be pretty mean. And then other than that, this really scary smaller thing.
It's fast but quite lightly armoured.
It's on its last legs.
Yeah.
I've killed one of its 2 close combat weapons.
Forward because we're out of time.
Absolutely, but there's nothing much I could do now to stop it hitting me this turn.
This is operational.
And frightening. So
really.
what do I do with it? I think I've got to try and kill that this
And all
turn.
my troops haven't done anything really.
Yeah, the troops, they're all close combat, aren't they?
Yeah, these fired at that but didn't do much.
No.
These are anti-tank. But they didn't do a lot of damage. You just roll wrong really.
That's right. So that's it. So on to the second turn. So we've called it in the second turn because we know what's going to happen now, don't we?
I can see.
So you won the initiative, didn't you? And you did the right thing in shooting at the firecrawler, but rolled really badly on the. You rolled well to hit and wound, but all the bad. You just haven't hit it in the right places. So it's immobilised. One of its guns went down, but is still operational. You just rolled exactly what you needed to not destroy it.
Yeah, all over. I've peppered it all over.
That's it. Whereas when I hit one of your tanks, that Golgoth's gone. Yeah. So it replied for the little Golgoth.
It destroyed that with one.
And it just
volley.
Yeah, I think I rolled like 5 hits on it, which penetrated, and then we rolled they out of my 6, and then one of them was propulsion, and then 5 of them hit the chassis straight on and just blew it up. Yeah. It's nasty. I regret taking it in a way, although it has been fun. It's not the kind of thing I take normally in war games, is it? So it's interesting.
It's 775 points. It's only 100 points more than
That's
this
right.
One. But this is sort of anti-infantry and anti-tank.
Yeah, it's half an army.
That's very anti-tank.
It's extremely anti-tank, and it'll be good against an infantry unit, but could only delete an infantry unit, so not that many points in the turn. So yes, it's pretty specialised, isn't it? Your little Hecate was pretty good. It survived, didn't it? We hit it again, took another chassis wound off it, but it was fine.
You took out 2 of your rocket guys.
That's right. The Jamtech arms essentially wiped them out. It's only one left, and he didn't do much to it. So
because I had terrible rolls.
Absolutely.
You should have killed all 3 of them.
Absolutely. And then you moved. Didn't you even move this Golgoth forward to try and kill the fire?
That was terrible.
And it just failed to do anything. So it took all the damage. So we've called it. There's nothing really you can do now. You've shot your bullets, haven't you, for the turn?
I've only got infantry, and by the time they get up there, there's not going to be a lot.
That's it. And then my fire toads came forward, and I think you had a heavy infantry here, anti-tank.
Goliaths, they got rinsed.
They got rinsed because these were close enough. It's something Pezzapoo's teaching me is range.
Yes.
Manipulation. So I moved them forward by 1 range band, and suddenly they were hitting really well.
They were good.
Again, 5 hits out of 6 shots.
More importantly, they look cool.
They look well. Very importantly, they look great. They didn't do too well in the first turn, so I'm really glad they did something good. And they just deleted the heavy infantry unit. So I've worked out what fire toads do now as well. So there we go. So a victory to the UNA, but not really, because we're just working out what the game does at the moment, and I think we're really enjoying it.
It was good to just throw troops and vehicles at each other.
Yeah, see what they do, because we're working at all kinds of different tactics, aren't we? Because you can shoot, move,
Yeah, move, shoot.
You can actually shoot, move, and shoot
You could
if you've got more than one gun.
Weapon, move, and
That's
then
right.
shoot the other weapon.
Which is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
So we're working out, your jam technology, because they're a bit squishy, aren't they, against heavy firepower? So, you shoot them, then you move them behind something, then that shoots and moves in front of them, and you're kind of working out how to keep your stuff safe over turns.
And all these guys, even the assault golems, are pretty much, you've got to get in close.
Yeah.
And I've got to use cover, and you don't just run them forward.
Absolutely. I mean, even their guns are quite good close range, but you have to get them close to make them work, don't you?
Guys.
Absolutely.
And these Wraith are good if you are stationary and you get the sniper ability.
Sniper ability, yes.
So that means you can choose where the damage goes, whether it goes on structure or whether it goes on weapon. And I think that is the key with these. You've got to be choosing, get to a position, stay still, forget about trying to get extra range bonuses.
Because they get, so if you just have a look at one of these, there we go. So if we get, I don't know if I'm going to explain it very well, but you can see the you can see there that's you'd roll to hit, and if you hit and penetrated, you roll to see where you hit, wouldn't you? So I think it's a 1 and a 2 is the propulsion, which is the little boxes there, and then you've got the chassis, which is 3, 4, and 5, and then the weapons is a 6.
Yeah. And if you're the active player, the one who's attacking,
you get to choose which weapon would be which would be damaged.
There's an Overwatch where you can be firing and
that's it.
Obviously, you wouldn't get to choose on that.
But if you've got a sniper weapon and you penetrate, you can choose. So if someone,
it's a big difference.
That's a big difference. So if someone's done a lot of chassis damage, you could finish off that chassis, or maybe knock out that last point on a gun or something, or even stop it moving. That'd be
we'll have
quite
to
good.
try that next time.
Definitely. So there we go. That's our next little foray into AT-43. So we're going to look at even more rules now. I think it's our second go at it.
Yeah, it won't be long before we're doing
really enjoyed it.
And looking at other abilities, leaders
and using the card stack correctly, and
cards as a turn
unit activation. But loving the models, and loving the walkers particularly. So they're my favourite model in the range. You don't like the fire? I mean, I don't normally go for big shooty things, do I? But on this occasion, I admit I enjoyed it.
I think it's good because it's a lot of points and it does exactly what it says.
It does. And apart from some terrible luck, you did nearly drag it down as well.
Almost.
Because one of its guns was nearly out of action. It wasn't moving anymore.
We're only in turn 2 because we're looking at a lot
Absolutely.
of rules, and it was almost down in turn 2. But I had to roll that into it, which is
exactly what you want for half an army's worth of machine. Yeah, definitely. Because I'm guessing it's a 2,000-point game normally, is it? I don't know.
Well, we've done about 2,300 points, haven't we?
Yeah, because we're not a bit over ambitious when we start a game, are we?
If you've got them,
yes, exactly. So there we go. So what as a young Therian takes the field, what advice do you have for him for his enjoyment and survival?
If you can see cover, stay in it.
Yes, cover we have found is very useful. Gives you a save, doesn't it?
It does give you. That's the first game where we've started using cover.
And it worked well.
Yeah, you gain a 5 or a 6 save if you're 50% in cover.
In a game where there is no saves normally, that's extremely powerful.
If you go down into cover as a leadership point thing, or if you've got a shield generator or something, you'll be saving on threes.
There we go. So there we are. That's our final piece of advice for you. If you're surviving the trauma, as indeed we are at the moment, after the trauma, take cover. Brilliant.
Take cover.
Take care and be safe, everyone, and be well.